I'm going to ask my guest to quantify all of that for you and what the Prime Minister has just done and said. Major General J.K.S. Parihar joining us on the broadcast. Major General Gigi Dwivedi is also with us, and Major Muhammad Ali Shah on the broadcast with us as well. Major Shah, tradition of Diwali on the front lines.
Rishabh, it's a very good gesture by the Prime Minister to go to the frontiers and boost the morale of our troops. There's a small 40-second story which I often narrate to people who look out for these stories. For example, in the year 2003, I was deployed as a line of control where my post was 30 meters away from the Pakistan post. And a boy in the neighboring post was shot grievously. Thereafter, the commanding officer of the battalion came to have a look. This boy, who was totally lying down flat, when he heard the whisper came around, there's a commanding officer here. He got up, he sprung open, he sprung up, fully up, saluted the commanding officer with full josh and said, "Giants up!" Now that is what the morale of the troops were when the commanding officer comes. You can imagine the morale of the troops when the Prime Minister pays a visit. And in fact, when the Prime Minister took over as the Prime Minister of a country in 2014, he went to Siachen Glacier to motivate the morale of the people over there, of the troops over there. Now, you need to acclimatize to go to the highest battlefield in the world. He went there and he came back at that age. At that age, people become generals and they also retire, post-retirement. But look at the stamina. Now, in 2015, he went to the Punjab border on Diwali, which coincided with 50 years of the Indo-Pak War, of the 1965 war. Incidentally, today he was in Longewala in 1971. When
I want to discuss that separately, yes, yeah.
In the 1971 Indo-Pak war at Longewala. In 2016, he traveled to Himachal Pradesh, spending time with the Indo-Tibetan border police personnel. In 2017, he visited Jammu Kashmir's Gurez sector to celebrate the festival with the army, with the troops over there. In 2018, he celebrated Diwali with the ITBP personnel and the army personnel in Uttarakhand at the Indo-China border. In 2019, he visited Rajouri. In 2020, that's now, he was in Rajasthan. So you get the tradition sent by the Prime Minister is brilliant, remarkable. It sent out a loud and clear message to our troops, to our countrymen, not only to our country, but to our adversaries as well. That don't mess with us. The whole nation, all 130 crore people, Awam, is behind us.
Okay. So this has given us the opportunity. Let me get the Major Shah into this. Major Shah, just a quick reminder for viewers watching us that the Pakistanis then tried to do a preemptive strike on our airfields, where the context of a PM's visit to Jaisalmer becomes important, our frontline air bases. Can you remind our viewers what happened?
No, Pakistan has never ever honored the ceasefire agreement between us. Even in 2003, before the ceasefire was signed, when I was there, deployed there, I saw the difference before the ceasefire agreement and after the ceasefire agreement. Let me tell you, Rishabh, honestly, on ground, I didn't see much difference coming from the Pakistani side. From our side, yes, we certainly honored it. Yesterday, there was heavy firing in Machal sector. There, I personally, my take on ground is, there could be three reasons, tactically, for reasons of violating ceasefire. First reason could be speculative fire. When you are imagining and you are anticipating the enemy to come from some direction to do a surgical strike for you. In other words, a trans-border raid, which it was popularly called as earlier. So you open fire blindly in that direction. Secondly, to provide cover fire to infiltrators who are entering from your territory to the other country, so that the heads are ducked. And thirdly, it could be to show that I don't give a damn, we don't give a hoots about ceasefire agreement. We will do what we have to do.
Okay.
You spoke about 1971 war, and you spoke about in an anecdotal format. My father told me when he was a young captain in 1971, when they were preparing to go across, at that time Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw, that time General Sam Manekshaw, was chief of the army staff. He came in a chopper and he gave 3 points to the troops. He said, "Boys, I am sending you across. Ensure victory. Prisoners of war would not be ill-treated. There would be no booty taking or plunder. And lastly, he said, keep away from the Pakistani begums." And he said this much, he jumped off the table from where he was addressing the troops with the hands on his hips.
Okay.
And he flew off in the helicopter.
Okay, I've got a few minutes left, guys.
Because our leadership is so strong.
Yeah. As I end, Major Shah, my last word with you on what the Prime Minister has said. His message that has gone out not only to the boys and girls but to the globe about the concept of what India is, what expansionism is, what the current threats are. Are we on ball with the assessment, or do we now need to be taking more proactive measures beyond which we've already taken? Are we on board with the assessment when we are talking about expansionism? Have we put our foot down? Have we made it clear? Because in the end, what is the price that an expansionist country like China has had to pay? I know a price that the Pakistanis have had to pay for Pulwama. So I know that there is a price that has been extracted. What is the price that China has been made to pay in the end?
Our Prime Minister today gave out a message loud and clear regarding the whole world is against this expansionist theory, Anyone who tries that, we'll enter their house and we'll strike them hard. And we've done that to Pakistan. Now this time, I think China is seriously asking for it. They think they're too smart. They do Islamic slicing. Like just about 2.5 weeks back, they entered an area in Nepal and just 70 kilometers short of Pithoragarh and constructed pillar number 11 and 12. But China is really asking for trouble on its own. Now, for example, there is a Quad which was formed in 2007. America, Australia, Japan and India, where we would train our fighter pilots in the America Anderson base. And it was to, work against China in a large way. Similarly, China is really asking for trouble because China strongly believes in the art of war. Sun Tzu wrote in chapter 2, paragraph 4, line 2, the acme of a military general is to win wars without fighting. So what China is trying to do...
Okay, well, they're not